Hello everyone, Carson here back on Sudoku on New York Times. Today is April 23rd, 2024. Let's start today's hard Sudoku. Okay, so I see these 8 points left, forcing the digit 8 to go in one of these two cells in block 1. These 8s point down and this cell sees another 8. These 8s force the digit 8 into one of these two cells in block 6. This 4 points up, and this cell also sees another 4. So in block 5, the digit 4 is forced into this cell. These 4s point right. Okay, and these 4s force the digit 4 into this cell in block 7. And then these 4s point up. These 6s force the digit 6 into this cell in block 2. These 6s point down. This 6 points down to force the digit 6 into row 8 in block 7. This 8 points left to force the digit 8 into column 1 in block 7, which eliminates the 8 from this cell, forcing the digit 8 to go into this cell in block 1, followed by the 4, because after 8 is eliminates it from this cell became the only available cell for 8. Same thing goes with the 4. 4 is eliminated from the cell, therefore it can only go into the cell. We got 3 open cells left in row 3, and the digits that go into the open cells are 1, 4, and 9. These two cells see another 4, so this is where 4 goes in this row, leaving behind a 1-9 pair. The digit 4 in block 2 goes into one of these two cells. After I place this 4, the digit 4 in this cell is eliminated, forcing the digit 4 into this cell in block 6, and then the 8, of course, can't go here now, so it can only go into this cell after I place this 4, because of these 8s as well. These 8s force the digit 8 into this cell in block 4. These 4s force the digit 4 into this cell in block 9. Okay, and the final 4 in this Sudoku puzzle goes into this cell. 4s are done. The digit 3 in block 3 goes into one of these two cells. In column 7, 1, 2, 7, and 9 are the digits that go into the open cells. This cell sees 2, so it's 1, 7, 9. This cell sees 9 and 7, so it's 1 or 2 only. This cell sees 1 and 9, so it's 2 or 7 only. And this cell sees 1, so it's 2, 7, or 9. Okay, there are 3 open cells left in block 5. These two cells see 3 in the same column, so that forces the digit 3 into this cell in block 5. These two cells form a 2-9 pair. Okay, in row 6, 2, 5, 6, and 7 are the digits that go into the open cells. This cell sees 5, so it's and 7 sees 5 and 7, so so this cell can only contain either 2 or 6. This cell sees 2, so it's 5, 6, or 7. This cell is 2 or 7. This cell sees 2, so it's 5, 6, or 7 as well. Okay, so in block 1, these two cells see 5 in the same column, and this cell also sees 5. So this cell is the only available cell for the digit 5 in block 1, so it has to go in this cell. Because 5 still needs to go somewhere in block 1, and it cannot go anywhere else. So it has to be, it has to go in this cell. So I can place the 5 here. After that, these 5s force the digit 5 into this cell in block 2, and then these 5s point down, and this cell sees 5. Okay, in block 6, the digits 5 and 6 still need to go somewhere in this block. This cell sees 5 and 6. These two cells also see 5 and 6. So that leaves just 2 open cells remaining for both 5 and 6. So these two cells form a 5-6 pair, because in block 6, 5 and 6, these two digits can only go into these two cells. So that forms a 5-6 pair and eliminates all other digits from these two cells, making the other 3 open cells in the same block a 1, 2, 7 triple. Actually, row 4 contains the digits 1, 2, 7, and 9 in the open cells. This cell sees 1 and 2, so it's 7 and 9 only. This cell, I think it can be all 1, 2, 7, and 9. But another thing I see is that in block 1, the digit 2 is forced into column 2, because this cell can't be 2. So in block 1, the digit 2 has to go in column 2. So that eliminates all other 2's from the same column, meaning that this cell can no longer contain 2, forcing the cell to be a 6, because it can't be anything else including 2, so it has to be 6, which makes the cell a 5 and a 6 because of the pair, 5-6 pair. And this cell now sees 5 and 6, so it can only contain 7, which completes row 6 with a 2. This 2 also completes block 6. Okay, there's a 7-9 pair remaining in column 7. The digit 2 in block 4 goes into one of these two cells. The cell is 2, 7, and 9 for this row. I'll just mark down the digits that go in these cells. In column 5, 5, no, not 5, definitely wrong. Okay, 1, 6, and 7. 1, 6, and 7 are the digits that go into these 3 cells. This cell sees 1, and this cell sees 6. In block 2, 1, 2, 7, and 9 are the digits that go into the open cells. This cell sees 1 and 7, so it can only contain either 2 or 9. I'll just mark this cell containing 1, 2, 7, or 9. This cell is 1, 7, 9 because it sees 2. The digit 5 in block 4 is forced into the cell. Also, the digit 5 in block 9 goes into one of these two cells. The digit 6 in block 9 goes into one of these two cells, because this cell also sees another 6 from block 7. Oh, somehow I missed the 7. It was so obvious. I've no clue how I missed this. Alright, so this cell can now only contain a 9, because it now sees every other digit. And column 3 finishes off with a 6. Also, after I place this 9, I can get block 5 and row 4 done. Alright, this is a 1, which makes this cell a 9, this cell a 1, which makes this a 7, this a 6, this a 1. Okay. 1, 2 pair left here, and 2, 9 pair left here. Alright, these two cells, well, this cell sees the 2 from block 1, so 2 goes into this cell in block 4, making this a 3, and then this is a 9, because it's not part of the 1, 2 pair. Down in block 7, 3 open cells left, so that forms a triple of 3, 7, and 8. Okay, now the digit 6 in block 9 goes into this cell. 6s are done. Okay, this cell is a single, because what digits do the cell see? Well, the cell sees 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So the only digit that this cell does not see is 3. So the digit 3 has to go in this cell, because this cell literally cannot contain any other digits. So, to avoid an empty cell, the digit 3 is forced into the cell, because 3 is the only digit that can go in this cell, which then forces the digit 3 go into this cell in block 3, and then these 3 cells are 4, 1, 7, and 9 to complete block 3, but this cell sees 7 and 9, so this cell can only be a 1, which makes this a 9, this a 2, this a 1, this a 2, this a 9, this a 7. Okay, this a 9. Alright, so yeah, it's easy for, bar values to collapse very quickly, because they all react in a chain. Like, you can see them as a chain reaction. Like, it's very sudden. But you can also get it easily done by marking down necessary cells. Alright, and then these 9s force the digit 9 into this cell in block 8. These 2 open cells left in row 9 are 4, 7, and 8, but this cell sees 7, so it's 7, 8, and 7 like this. This 7, okay, it gets block 7 done. And then I'll just fill out some cells without explaining, because this is, I don't have to explain this. Alright, so I finished today's New York Times Hard Sudoku in about 15 minutes. So I feel like this puzzle, I can't say it's too straightforward, but there are definitely some key spots that if you see, it will make this puzzle less difficult for you. So the thing I remembered the most is the 5-6 pair in block 6. There was a 5-6 pair in block 6, which did kind of help, because at some point later, the digit 2 in block 1 is forced into column 2, and because of that, the digit 2 is eliminated from the cell I'm pointing at right now. So this cell, it could only contain either 2 or 6 if I remember correctly, and after the 2 is known to be in column 2 in block 1, this cell could then only be a 6, resolving the 5-6 pair. And of course, there were also other pairs and triples. This 4 in block 7 also helps quite a bit. And towards the end, single 3 down in block 9. Of course, there are many more pairs and triples or other things you might see, but I feel like the ones I mentioned were key, quite important. Alright, so, even if you have any difficulties or other questions, feel free to leave it in the comments. I'll be happy to reply you. Hopefully this video helped if you struggled a bit. Okay, I'll end this video here. Today is April 23rd, 2024. I'll see you all in tomorrow's New York Times Hard Sudoku Solve. Bye!